We're essentially a distributor, so we specialise in bringing products in from Europe and also India, and that's been a relatively new arm of the business that we started 4 years ago. Brexit certainly presented its challenges. Actually, we saw it as an opportunity. It's one of the reasons why we moved to dealing direct with India. Obviously, the trade pre-Brexit was seamless, very easy, almost order on a Friday, get it on a Monday type thing. We knew that was going to change. A lot of the goods were being brought in from the Far East, landed in Europe and then brought over. But we saw an opportunity to start dealing direct with India. So in 2017 we went over to Mumbai, set up a supply chain network there. It presents its challenges because obviously we've got the logistics of moving goods from I guess all over India through to the UK. Definitely a learning experience. You know, we were pretty fresh to that sort of approach, but over time it's got a little bit easier, and the relationships have developed to sort of deliver goods on a regular basis for us, as you can see. We went from I guess 95% European importer to now it probably makes up 45% of what we do. So that's been a huge switch within the last sort of 4 years. I think Brexit brought its financial challenges in the sense that, you know, you had a depressed pound for a fairly long period of time given the uncertainty, and so we had to rethink that. I guess in terms of the flow of goods, you know, touch wood, we've always been relatively lucky on that we've seen very disruptions on the actual process. The challenges became financial more than anything else, and then managing the uncertainty. I think that's been the hardest bit. We're a business built on relationships, so we had to go out and see it. It's the first thing we did. So you know, you can go to the trade show, you can speak to suppliers on the stands, but for us, particularly for me and my dad, you've got to go out and meet the people, see the operation, and get a feel for whether there's that cultural fit. I think, you know, it's easy to buy a product. It's not necessarily that easy to establish a supply chain, so that's always been a focus for us. But then once you're in a room and you can have that conversation, it then becomes a collective process of getting those goods from A to B. It's not just how the hell do I go about doing this personally. You know, if you get the right partner, they'll support you through that journey without a shadow of a doubt. So just building that relationship early and being transparent. We were very transparent in the sense that we were open and said we'd never or we hadn't imported product from India before. We sort of knew the regulation we were facing into, but we needed their support as much as they needed our business. Number one would be to get out there, get and visit the country, understand the cultural nuances. So one of the things I learned early on with India is that the way they do business is they're always willing to please, and they're always pushing to please. But if they can't say yes, they generally don't say anything, and then they'll come back to you with a proposal. Now, managing that and understanding that up front would have made things easy, because you can get a little bit frustrated as to why you're not getting the information that you require on said day. But they'll always come back to you proactively with we can absolutely deliver when they can, rather than saying, you know, we're not quite sure just yet, we'll get to you with an answer. There's a massive cultural nuance, and it's something that I've shared with other businesses when you talk to how they deal with India. So one thing is, you know, get out there. Second is try and understand culturally what they're about. What we've also seen is they're very family focused. So when we visited India, you're not just visiting the business. Many times you're visiting the family of the people that work there, which I really quite enjoy, given we're a family business itself. Lowfields for us has been a great move so far. I'm a Halifax lad. I was born 5 minutes up the road, so to be in Lowfields now with a business that's employing 10 people from the local areas is really positive. You know, given the distribution links to the M62 to the M1, it certainly makes life a lot easier for us, and hopefully we can then become incredibly efficient around moving goods going forward. You know, we're very committed to employment in the area. We do want to create jobs, drive employment, push people's skill sets. Given what's gone in COVID, I think that's incredibly important for the area.